Do you ever feel like you're just drifting along in life and days are passing by? You look up and the week has already gone by, your weekend has gone by. Maybe you have a New Year's resolution and you're 7 months in, you're like, man, where did this year even go? That is because you're on autopilot mode. And please listen to me, this is a very dangerous place to be in when living your life. In this video, I'm going to get into how people get there, how you can prevent it, and a way to get to your goals 10 times faster than the average person. Now, one, we need worthwhile goals in life. A successful person is measured, and of course, this is a definition that I heard, and a definition that I live my life by when it comes to success. But to me, a successful person is someone who is moving towards a worthwhile goal in their life. That goal can be anything, but worthwhile is a significant part of that definition, and then moving towards, so making progress. Life is about making progress. There should always be some part of your life where you're getting better at or where you're just evolving. We literally have a timeline in our life, and if it wasn't about progress, God would have just made us done already. We would be born somehow in this world as a complete version of ourselves, and then we would just live our lives. Like, obviously, we're made to progress and get to that next level and evolve. And people that are just drifting in on autopilot mode, they're wasting their life. They're slowly dying. They're going the opposite way. If you're staying stagnant and you're not moving at all, then you're going backwards. And I'll get more into that in a little bit. But when you see people that may be depressed, and I'm not saying people that have lost a loved one of some sort, but people who just seem stuck in life and they don't know what's going on or where they want to go. They're just not doing anything. And it's because they don't have a worthwhile goal. They're not making any progress. They're just there. Now, our minds are so powerful. People can't even fathom. People don't take advantage of really using their imagination. Like the software up here that we have access to, we're never going to have another prized possession or something that's more powerful than that in our lifetime. And people just do not take advantage of it, and it kills me. Our mind works just like fertile soil, and thousands, maybe millions of thoughts get planted every single day. Now, the thing is, I mentioned this in previous videos, but personal development is a full-time job. You do not take a day off when it comes to that. And again, this does not mean you don't play and enjoy yourself. That, like, live life. I have fun every single week. I get into my hobbies. Like, it's not all work and no play. That's not what I mean when I say there's no days off. What I mean is you cannot take a moment and get back into the old version of yourself if you truly want to become the goal achieved self and hit those worthwhile goals. It's about evolving. You can't go backwards. You're literally envisioning the person who is able to accomplish the goal that you have in mind, and you're working towards that person. You don't take a moment where you want to have your cake and eat it too and just go back to the old self and still work towards that goal. You can't be wishy-washy, because that's how you waste your time, waste your money, and that is why people think that personal development is just a joke and it's fluff. So with that being said, our mind, if we're not purposely visualizing and going towards evolving and getting to that next level, then our mind is going to do the opposite. Our subconscious mind does whatever it is told. Now, if you tell it nothing, I mentioned it being like fertile soil. So if you don't tend to it at all, weeds are going to grow constantly and constantly. It's not about, okay, let me just not think negative and I should be fine. If you don't think, if you're drifting away and not really working on yourself or progressing towards anything, you're going to have a mind full of weeds, and you're going to look up and you're not going to be in a spot or a position that is ideal to you. You have to tend to that garden every single day. Think about the media that you consume, the conversations that you have, the people that are around you. They're adding to that garden, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not. All those outside sources are going into your subconscious mind and is forming your thoughts, and it's affecting you and the person that you're becoming. So you have to go out of your way to combat that and add positive and worthwhile thoughts that actually help you towards your goal, thoughts that actually benefit you. I notice sometimes when I have negative, we all have negative thoughts. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect, or any mentor or coach that you find in this space is not perfect. Far from it. I have thoughts where they can be negative and starting to drain my energy and whatnot. And I literally think about, okay, does this thought serve me in any way? Oh, it doesn't? All right, I'm going to just shelf that and think about something else. Now, notice I didn't say, okay, let me just stop thinking about it and think about something else, because that's not how it works. Your thought, you can just put it on the shelf, say maybe you'll come back to it, even though I know I'm not, but maybe I'll come back to it, but instead I'm going to think about this. And that is my way of taking the weed whacker to those negative thoughts in my mind. I am constantly planting seeds that are going to sprout into my goal and habits that are going to get me to my goal faster. This is very tough work, tending to this garden up there. I mean, like I said, it's a powerful tool and it's hard to maintain. It is what it is. I mean, personal development as a whole, the industry, if people really realize the work that needed to be put in order to get those results, then one, I don't think there would be so many people calling it fluff. And two, I think that more people would get results. It's the hardest thing that I've ever done, because when you're stressed out, when things aren't going your way in the external world, you still have to find a way to keep a positive outlook in life and just know that you're going in the right direction and actually take the actions to still evolve no matter how you're feeling. Because if you say you neglect it for a week, say you're on a roll where you're every single day you're reading, you're getting better at what you're evolving in whatever category you're trying to evolve in, and then you take a week off. It's like taking the weeks off of the gym. I mean, if you're active when it comes to weightlifting and whatnot, you know how it is when you stop lifting for like a month and then try to get back to it. It is the same thing when it comes to personal development in your mind. It's so powerful that, I mean, it takes a lot to actually get into that groove and to stay in that groove. And then if you go the opposite direction, it's definitely not impossible to get back, because I've done it multiple times, but it's not for the weak at all. To stay out of this autopilot mode, you always have to have some type of clarity on what your goal consists of, how you're going to put yourself in a better position to get to that goal. Constantly. Up here, it should be clear. There shouldn't be fuzziness. And even if you don't know how exactly, that is completely okay. The fact that you have that goal in mind, if you really put in the proper steps and take this serious, get in some type of mastermind, find some type of coach that's going to hold you accountable, you're going to realize how much easier your life is going to get. The universe is going to give that to you if you take the proper steps and preparations when it comes to knowing just what you want in this life. I promise you that. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you at the next one.